All right, welcome to RITSEC. Let's just jump into it. Join the Discord if you haven't already. If you aren't in the Discord, then that's kind of lame, so join it. Otherwise, sign in. Same sign in from the last half of the meeting. No diff. Do you want to present? I need presenters. Me and So had to crank one in yesterday so we could have enough presenters. So I don't want to do that every week. All right. Check the calendar. We have cool information like when ICS is coming up, the RITSEC CTF, and all the other cool stuff. We got the mailing list that Rena puts a lot of effort in. You see what presenters are presenting this Friday and next week. And yeah, we got our feedback form. Tell us if we're doing stuff good. Tell us if we're doing stuff bad. We actually consider it. Remember Monday, if you want to be announced in the newsletter, like Drew was this past Monday. Fill out the form. You can nominate someone if they're doing a good job. It's like a member of the week kind of deal. Yeah. Announcements. ICS. Yeah, that Competitions Act runs. That's still happening, by the way. So, yeah. Wrap it up. Yeah. So well, can you guys believe how soon that is? That's next Friday. So, in fact, we won't have our normal education and research. We're going to have an alumni panel filled with alumni that should be coming. 3, 2, 12 to 2. Oh, 12 to 2 p.m. Yeah, I thought it was that many, 12 to 2% or alumni. Yeah, so come, we'll have cool alumni. They're pretty cool. You can talk to them, ask some questions. Otherwise, we got our Constitution. We have to change that every so often. So if you have ever read that and have changes, scan the QR code, let us know. Otherwise, CTF is still happening from rates over there. This is the challenge offer signups. If you want to make a CTF for the CTF, sign up. Otherwise, it's April 5th to the 7th. Clap it up for the sponsors, everybody. All right. Follow our social media. Today, I'll be talking about the iSoon leaks, recent AT&T outages, and Stable Diffusion 3. So iSoon, which was a week ago, sensitive Chinese documents for the company and Zune were released on GitHub under the user iSoon. Zune is just a normal Chinese cybersecurity company, and there was a lot of documents related to spyware and hacking devices alleged to the Chinese government. There was actually a white paper on Twitter public opinion guidance and control system. Quite interesting, definitely on controlling overseas public opinion. And there was some possible vulnerability in Twitter private messages. There was an anonymous communication network in these leaks, similar to how Tor works. There was custom remote access Trojans, so rats, if you ever heard of them. All this was laid out in the GitHub repository. There's employee discussions and internal politics. The person who leaked this, not really entirely sure who they were. Possibly an employee that wanted to share some of these documents, but and furthermore, there was alleged cyber operations carried out by the company for the government. So, yeah. So the company hasn't said anything, and as of the time of writing this, the GitHub repo just got disabled by GitHub, so you can't actually access the information anymore. And maybe someone that pulled it before they got it down, but yeah. And the AT&T service provider outages. So yesterday at around noon, a ton of incidents were being reported by AT&T users that they couldn't call 911. There was a possible software update that broke their services. They could not reach 911, and all call centers were still operational. So this was something on AT&T's end. It's not said to have been caused by a cyber attack. There are still investigations by U.S. Cyber, DHS, CISA. Investigations are still ongoing just to make sure it wasn't a cyber attack or if it was just AT&T being a little silly. 18 problems were pretty widespread. Verizon and T-Mobile didn't see anything real, just some minute problems just from being big companies, and everyone gets scared for every other company. But This actually had an effect on a lot of like local governments, like in San Francisco. They made like a statement for like, hey, you guys like can't call 911 if you use AT&T right now, so be careful with that. So definitely a big deal. Service was destroyed like 3 hours later after the majority of reporting, so it's good. Maybe it was a cyber attack. Investigation is still ongoing, so we'll see. Otherwise, we got Stable Diffusion 3. The waitlist got released, so it opened yesterday for early preview of the model. It uses a diffusion transformer now, like a lot of other mainstream AI. It's their most capable text-to-image model. It has greatly improved performance. It's just like all the general kind of things that they do to improve their AI. They've taken a lot of steps to prevent the misuse of the Diffusion 3 by bad actors. So kind of the same thing that OpenAI has been doing. They got safety baked into the training, into the testing, evaluation, deployment. They're working with researchers, experts, etc. Similar to how Sora, ChatGPT's text-to-video generation thing, laid out its plans for safety. And otherwise, this is just like an early preview. You can sign up, look up Stable Diffusion 3. Otherwise, these are my sources. You don't care. And without further ado, and without further ado, we got David talking about Ethernet cables. We got me and Sohail talking about intuitive FRIDA. We got Sharad talking about advanced FRIDA internals. So, clap it up for David. David.